Hello, my fellow viewers and subscribers. This is Supercholatemilkshake, and I am here with an update for Cadroy Boidman. Now, it's been a while since I've given you an update on this game, but you know what? Kind of rightfully so, because I've been kind of focused on a whole lot of other things, and I hadn't given you too much to update about. But I have more to give you now. So, let's begin with this update about the game. First of all, it actually kind of starts with GMTK of 2025. Now, if you remember the project that I submitted for it, while it's still completely and totally unfinished and may remain so for the next couple of weeks or so, I don't know, maybe the next couple of years or so, I don't know, I might come back to it someday. I have no idea at this point. It may remain that way forever, but we'll see. Anyway, when it comes down to that game, basically it was a bit of a leap into getting the development of Cadroy Boidman kickstarted again, because I was working with a bit of a point-and-click adventure, a game engine style thing that I was working with, and sure, it wasn't perfect by no means. In fact, there was a lot of issues with just recognizing where the mouse pointer was whenever you changed the size of the window, which was a bit of an issue. I am actually happy to announce that I actually managed to fix that. The mouse now properly inputs. I also figured out a bit of a 3D style scaling engine, and of course also collision detection. It kind of works. It's still got a lot of bugs. I don't know why on earth this character wants to do it with the TV so badly, but but other than that, I did get all that working. However, I do have some bad news, too, that's going to set me back just a little bit. I am working on a bit of a grand restructure for my main folder for my game projects folder, basically. The reason why was because it was getting kind of messy, muddled up, and there was just way too many things inside there that was just, like, causing major confusion, making it harder to go through, making it longer to scroll through, and harder to find the things that I needed to find in order to get game projects started. And not to mention also to find the game projects that I'm currently working on. So I decided to back everything up from it and just start anew with that folder. And, well, sure, it may have removed at least 75 gigabytes off my main hard drive and onto an external hard drive. Well, I am going to have to restart again from scratch. Yeah, I know, it's not exactly fun, but hey, look, at least on the good side, at least I can get a bit of a grand restructure done on the engine, so that way I can get it more segmented out, so that, you know what, it's like, oh yeah, if I want to carry some code over to, like, another project that I'm working on, then of course I can just pick and choose what I like, you know, like this piece of code with this piece of code, and that piece of code, and that piece of code, you know, that sort of thing. I can just pick and choose whatever I want to bring over to the other project, and then of course figure out what on earth I'm going to do with it and execute it from there going forward, you know? So basically trying to make my projects a little bit quicker to make and, you know, hopefully maybe be able to get a solid game out for GMTK this year, because I am planning on doing it again. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So yes, that is the first part of the roadmap to releasing Cadroy Boidman. However, there is another piece. I am going to be developing a demo alongside with the redevelopment of this game engine. Now, with this demo, I will try to incorporate some of these elements into the story. Actually, to tell you the truth, I originally was planning to release a demo for Cadroy Boidman years ago, like back in 2023, I think. Yeah, like almost 3 years ago, where basically it was just going to be Cadroy locked inside a room and you had to get the neon sign started. Now, I think I might just incorporate it into the story to maybe build up some interest in the game and get people more interested in what I want to present here. So, yes, I will be kind of working a bit of a story element in here, but basically it's going to be nothing more than, hey, look, the villains caught Cadroy Boidman, now he's locked inside a room, but these guys are kind of lousy, they didn't bother taking his phone, they didn't bother taking the stuff that was on him, nor did they bother taking anything out of the room before they locked the door. So basically, Cadroy has the run of the mill when it comes down to escaping the room. There is quite literally multiple different escape paths from this room, and yes, I will probably include a speedrun timer. Some escape paths will be faster than others, so experiment around at your own leisure. However, when it comes down to it, yes, it will be an escape room, but I do think that I plan, or at least I am planning to release it sometime in between right now, sometime in January, all the way up to the end of March, or at least the beginning of March. I mean, I'm thinking the beginning, but the end of March at the very latest. So, of course, after that, I am going to be developing the main game, and probably the part that's going to end up taking the longest out of all of this, because I would have pretty much most of the engine stabilized by this point, I need to write out all the story branches. Yes, this is probably going to take the longest possible time, because there will be dialogue options that will completely and totally change the course of the story. Not just dialogue options, but actions that the player will take themselves that could also change the course of the story. And maybe a few other features that would also have some impact too, but I'm not talking about those just yet. I also need to remember to make some graphics for it, but I might just do that making it alongside with the story. And also, I am planning to hire some voice actors for it. Now, first of all, I do actually have 2 voice actors in mind, and I know one of them is going to be willing to do it. The other one, I'm still not quite sure yet, but once I get done writing the story, I'll probably try to reach out to them and see if they want to do it. Because, you know what, I think this person would probably work really interesting as, well, one of the characters. I'm not revealing who yet, though. That you'll have to wait for a much later update. So, anyway, beyond that, adding everything to the game, shipping the game, yeah, that's pretty much it. But I don't really have a real release date planned for it quite yet. Like, I think I might get more of a solid idea after I get done writing the script. Which is going to, again, take quite a bit of time. Most of my time, in fact. So, of course, yeah. Outside of that, that's all I have to update you on. That's all I got for my bullet points anyway, because, I mean, as you can tell, I'm improvising this video. I'm running off of bullet points here. And yes, while I did do a fairly decent job, I think, keeping my thoughts consistent, they were still a little bit all over the place. ADHD is kind of a... it's a bit of a pain, I'll tell you that for free. But... nonetheless, be sure to keep your eyes open for the demo. I will let you guys know on this channel when I drop a short little trailer for it, or like a short little announcement video for it, when I release the full-on demo for Cadroy Boidman. So stay tuned for that, and hey, if you're new here, please be sure to hit that like button, don't forget to subscribe, and comment down below, and I'll see you all in the next video. This is Supercholatemilkshake, signing off!